Resolution 25, designating February 14th, 2022 as National Donor Day.
Senator from Marshall.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request unanimous consent that the resolution be taken up for immediate consideration, committee reference be dispensed with, and the resolution be put upon its adoption.
Is there objection? Chair hears none. The clerk will read the resolution.
Senate Resolution 25, designating February 14th, 2022 as National Donor Day.
Question is on adoption of the resolution. Senator from Marshall.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, organ donation gives thousands of children and adults a new chance at life every year. The decision to become a donor is a very generous gift, one that saves the lives of over 28,000 people per year. Organ donation not only saves the lives of thousands, but positively impacts the families and friends who support those in need of donation. The organ transplant waiting list in the United States exceeds 123,000 individuals. Approximately 500 of those are from West Virginia. And an average of 21 people pass away each year waiting on the list. It is extremely important that we support and encourage organ donation in West Virginia, as well as across the country, so that lives can continue to be saved. Mr. President, Cecil Lockhart, a World War II Army corporal and owner of Lockhart Coal Company from Welch, West Virginia, understood the importance of organ donation. At the age of 95, he became the oldest organ donor in United States history, making national headlines by donating his liver after passing in May of 2021. The gift of his liver saved the life of a 60-year-old woman. Cecil decided to become an organ donor after his son, an organ donor himself, passed away and helped heal over 75 people. Mr. President, today we're joined by some of Cecil's family, both in the Senate and the House chamber. Representing his family in the Senate chamber is, in the North Gallery, Bill Davis. If Bill would stand. We appreciate the mission of the Center for Organ Recovery and Education to spread organ donation awareness across the country. We thank Cecil Lockhart and his family members, such as Bill Davis, for many years of dedicated service to their country, state, and community. Mr. President, in honor of Mr. Lockhart and in support of the 500 West Virginians currently waiting on the organ transplant list, I urge adoption of this resolution.
Is there further discussion? Junior Senator from the 8th.
Mr. President, I'd just like to speak briefly in support of the resolution. If you recall, and as many people in this chamber I know do, here in Charleston, we lost a police officer in December of 2020. She was shot and killed in the line of duty. Her name was Cassie Johnson. We honored her last year. I don't believe I stated at the time, but if I didn't, this is my opportunity. She saved the lives of 5 people through organ donation. And so, with that in mind, I ask support of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there further discussion? Senior Senator from the 17th.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also stand in support of the resolution. You know, being in critical care, we unfortunately are on the both sides of the fence, where you got an individual that has had trauma or a head bleed or a stroke or unfortunately overdose, and they've sustained cardiac arrest from that and they're brain dead. But you have the massive trauma to the family when they're faced with one of these situations. And so when they donate, we often assist with that process, but then you also often get a letter back and you realize all the families that were touched by that. You'll have usually 2 individuals that are now no longer having to go to dialysis every week. You've got people to get the heart transplants and lung transplants, and these were all families that were also going through trauma, seeing that they're about ready to lose a loved one. So it's a very important topic, and certainly we push this forward as much as possible, and I urge adoption of the resolution.
Further discussion? Senator from Summers.
Thank you, Mr. President. As a funeral director, many times I've seen the impacts these donations have on members of our community. And as a recipient of one of those donations, I certainly stand in support and urge your support.
Further discussion? If not, the question is adoption of the resolution. All those in favor will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. I declare the resolution adopted. Bills on third reading.